orders are clear. The Mistral Atlas border is closed. Please, have a good day. A good day!
Hey, if you don't want to believe that I'm friends with Ironwood.
General Ironwood.
Nerds.
General
Nerds.
We have White Schnee with us, and we're trying to get her home safely.
That's the least you guys can do.
Approach.
They're just gonna snag her, bro. Don't approach.
You nasty.
What's up, Nasty Cast? It's your man behind the cam, director, here with another RWBY reaction, Volume 6, Chapter 8, Dead End. In the last reaction, we saw RWBY and crew finally make it over the hill and reach Argus and get reunited with Jean, Ran, Nora, and apparently Jean's sister. And it's cool to see his family, it's cool to see the other side, and it's also dope to see that, yo, they ballin', because, you know, they've been, Team RWBY and them, they've been out here struggling, staying in haunted houses, staying in the streets, kidnapped in cages, fighting grim in the dirt. It's been a wild ride, so it's nice to see them in the lap of safety and luxury for once. But not for long, because they're trying to get the Atlas, and it's not looking like it's gonna go well. Jean and crew already gave it a try. At the end of the last chapter, we saw RWBY and crew just basically get stonewalled dead in front of their faces. I'm hoping, they're gonna have to do something to get that attention, but I don't know what they could possibly do. It seems they have a few connections maybe here or there, but it's not looking too good. My favorite thing about the last one, though, is one, I don't like that Neo is going to cooperate with Cinder in this pursuit to murder RWBY. Yes, she had a big part in Torchwick's death, of course. And vengeance and grief is very normal. But I don't think Neo is inherently evil. I just think she's hurt and wants to hurt others. Whereas Cinder is just like off the rails, power hungry, and is pretending and playing like she knows what she's doing and she knows she's in charge, when she clearly isn't. Subconsciously, even she is very aware in the way that she speaks. Oh, we need to do this to get Salem. I mean, my goal. Like, no, girl, come on. You're somebody's pet. I'm sorry. It sucks, but it's true. It's true. I don't want Neo getting caught up in all of this. I thoroughly enjoyed her fight with Cinder from a few chapters ago. It was the choreography. I love how they threw in the scraping, the scratch marks, and the action to make it feel more real. The choreography, always top tier at RWBY, but we've known that since Volume 1. We just, we got a little deprived of it, but it came back. Moving forward, yeah, Atlas, Argus, Lamp, Ozpin, Weird Things. Don't know what's gonna happen. But if you made it this far and you haven't already, just drop a sub on the channel, drop a like on the video. We'll take this ride together. We drop 3 reactions a week, so make sure you hit the bell for post notifications. If you want to catch me live, I'm live on Twitch every Monday and Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern. Check the description for the Twitch link and, of course, the Patreon link, where you find uncut and unreleased anime and RWBY reactions. RWBY, Volume 6, Chapter 8 reaction is coming up next. Hey, just a quick thank you to all the subs on the channel. You members of the Nasty Cast are the driving force that makes all this possible. Catch Director Nasty on Reddit, Patreon, and all other socials in the description below with links. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thanks again. Okay, in a quick recap, we talked about how I'm glad they got the Argus. I'm glad we got to meet John's sister and his wife. And I think it's dope that RWBY finally feels like they're in a safer location. However, I know that's not going to last long, because in their pursuit of going to Atlas, they're going to run into some doo-doo. You know what I mean? Hopefully they get somebody's attention, aka Ironwood, to get in there. I don't like that Neo's working with Cinder. I feel like Neo's not inherently evil or seeking evil or destruction the way Cinder is, so I don't want her getting tied up in this whole thing. Neo's operating out of grief and vengeance, which is understandable, but still, working with Cinder is not the way to go, because Cinder has proven time and time again she will choose herself over anybody else, and that's never, never, never a good thing. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's what I got. Ta-da! I did it. Oh, we're literally picking up at the door.
Hear us out.
Our orders are clear. The Mistral Atlas border is closed. Please, have a good day. A good day!
Hey, if you don't
Damn.
want to believe that I'm friends with Ironwood,
General Ironwood.
Nerds.
General Ironwood.
Nerds.
We have White Knee with us, and we're trying to get her home safely.
That's the least you guys can do.
Approach.
They're just gonna snag her, bro. Don't approach.
Very well. You may speak with our commanding officer. We will fetch her at once.
Oh no. Fucking nerds.
They were kind of
Super weird. Yeah.
Okay, we all agree. Yo, it's gonna be her sister. Please be her sister.
Well, I may know this commanding officer. That's good, isn't it? If she's your friend, then maybe she'd be more willing to help us. I wouldn't exactly call us friends.
Y'all ain't friends.
Acquaintances? Not quite. Colleagues? Former. Enemies? That's the one. Every 10 years to get my eyes.
Oh my god.
Outside cashews on one flight, and suddenly you're placed on the additional screening list for life.
You've got to be kidding me.
Now, let's not give up hope yet. Maybe she's dead.
I bet she said hopefully she's dead. So it's not gonna be winter. What?
Which she-devil? I see you've chosen larger contraband to smuggle this time.
Oh, Cordo. You know, they say time changes people, but I see you've still got that stick, right?
Yo!
My name is Rooster. You would hear us out about...
I've already heard
Oh,
what your
hilarious.
other to say. Miss Rose. What are you doing back here? I thought I told you to leave!
And I told you we wouldn't rest until you let us through!
Nice to see you.
Civilians.
Yo, Nora's ready to throw
The
hands.
importance of our mission here in Argus. So allow me to say this slowly with small words. This base, that relay tower, the very safety of Argus are all gifts from the glorious kingdom of Atlas. And it is my duty to uphold them as only
This feels
I
like
have the
Evil
right
Empire
to
music,
give
right?
Such a task.
Such wit, such tenacity.
Or maybe Atlas just wanted to get you as far from the kingdom as possible.
Yes.
You're just like the rest of these Argus ingrates. This city wouldn't even be here if it weren't for our Elysian ancestors. And what do we get in return? The entire world is ready to put a knife to our throats.
Please, we know your kingdom had nothing to do with the fall of Beacon. We were there.
No one's happy about the Atlas borders or embargo, but I know General Ironwood is just worried. It's why we need to talk.
The general is no coward. Atlas is strong. If all the kingdoms plan to make us their enemy, then so be it. Atlas will prevail.
Atlas will prevail.
Do you guys seriously have to do that?
If Mishni has truly come to her senses and wishes to return to her family, then of course the Atlas military will escort her home. But the kingdom will not be responsible for her friends of questionable character.
Hey, why'd you look at Blake for that?
What's that supposed to mean?
Yeah.
Down here.
Oh, yeah? Well, your base looks like a big dumb boot.
Way to show her, Nora.
I don't.
Weiss, I told you we wouldn't leave your side for a second. We'll find a way to Atlas. Together. So, where are we going now?
Yeah, what's the plan?
The plan? The plan just got shut on our face 3 times over. I'm going for a drink.
You're... Hit that bottle up.
Crow, I really think we should try and come up with something together.
What's his problem? It's not your fault we can't go on.
If he's gonna be a jerk, then we'll just come up with something without him. I mean, we've got Ozpin with us. He usually knows what to do.
You got who with you?
What is it?
John!
Everything we did was for nothing!
That's not true.
Really? Because it sure does sound like it.
If Salem can't be killed, then how are we supposed to win this?
Wow. Great plan, everyone.
Yo, John really put a hole in his sister's wall, fam.
But we're not the bad guys here.
Are we sure about that?
What?
He's in your head, isn't he? Did you already know about this?
He didn't know any of it.
How much longer can we even trust him?
John!
How do we even know it's really him? What if we've been talking to that liar this whole time?
John!
Yo, shit. John's... Damn, not even a sorry? You know what? I'm gonna let it slide.
Is he gonna be okay?
I don't know.
I think it would be best if we had some time to ourselves.
Maybe we could all use some space.
Wild, bruh.
Come on, please. Where are you?
You know, I came out here to avoid the yelling.
Sorry. The others went to get food for tonight.
Why not go with them?
I don't know. I don't know anything. What do I tell John and his team when we don't even have a plan? The Crow's out drinking, Osmond hasn't come back, and even if he did, I don't know if I could trust him. And there's always Jin, but we only have one more question we can ask her. I feel like I'm letting everyone down.
You know, you don't give yourself enough credit.
Oh, thanks.
That wasn't a compliment.
What?
If I have to explain it to you, it'll just defeat the purpose.
Facts.
But if you're tired of not knowing anything, how about we discuss those eyes of yours?
Yes!
Oh, yes, ma'am. I would be honored.
Sit back down, for Pete's sake. Let's start with what you do know. Tell me.
She don't know shit.
Silver-eyed people are supposed to be legendary warriors. Or something. And at the Fall of Beacon, I turned a giant wyvern into stone.
Oh, boy.
Look, if I already knew everything, I wouldn't be asking for help.
Yelling. It's not your fault. I had my father to teach me. And even he didn't have all the answers. But what he told me makes sense, given what I've seen.
Was he a huntsman too?
It wasn't really an official title back in his day. I only knew him as an old soldier and an excellent teacher. I never attended one of those fancy academies of yours, but I scored higher on the license exam than any other huntsman or huntress that day.
He must
Belong
be
to the
proud.
streets.
He would have scolded me for showing off. He'd never been able to find much information about our abilities. Just legends of warriors whose eyes shone like mirrors. reflecting the light of the world onto darkness. He found so little, in fact, that it made him cautious. How could such powerful bloodlines be so rare? Unless something was actively seeking to destroy them.
Salem.
Salem.
I tried to keep my powers a secret, but as you know, it wasn't enough. I owe my life to my training and my semblance. At the end of the day, those are still your most powerful tools.
What is your semblance?
Reflexes! A silly name I came up with. Hard to explain, but I can sense everything better than most and react to attacks almost before they happen.
That's fire!
With my training and secret ability to turn Grim to stone, or blind them, or vaporize them. And that's how you become the Grim Reaper.
The reflexes.
How do I laser beam monsters with my eyeballs?
Yes. Ow.
You stop thinking like that. I want you to think of all the times you've triggered your powers. What did those moments have in common?
Near death. Friends in danger.
Was scared and stressed. Is it emotional? Like unlocking a semblance?
It's emotional, but more focused than that. Think. What is it you wanted?
I wanted to protect my friends.
Precisely. It is the desire to preserve life which fuels the light inside you. And make no mistake, it is light. Preservation is an extension of creation, or at the very least, an enemy of destruction.
I like that.
By the god of darkness.
Darkness?
Your light comes from his brother.
How do you know that?
I always knew how to use the light, but never why it only worked on the Grim. Then Jin showed us her vision. Were you paying attention?
The god of light.
Yo! She's a direct descendant from the god of light.
Okay. Where do we start?
Well, not here. The light will only work in the presence of Grim, meaning the only practice you'll get will be a trial by fire. But what you can do is focus on creating a state of mind that you can tap into when you need it. Don't think about
Flow
light
state
as a means of destroying evil, but as a way to protect the people of Remnant.
But that can't be right. You said the light only reacts to Grim, but I used it during our battle at Haven. It reacted to Cinder.
Interesting. Perhaps there was something that you just weren't seeing?
Ruby!
Oh, hey.
That's a good point. She didn't have... Wait a minute.
He's missing.
Cinder didn't have a Grim arm at that time. She had the maiden powers. That was RWBY Volume 6, Chapter 8. And boy, oh boy, we got more sauce. Talking about the Silver Eyes and their abilities. We see it's activated not by wanting to destroy Grim, but by wanting to protect life. I like what Maria said, that preservation of life is an extension of creation. You make something, you want that something to live forever. Not live forever. You want that something to remain. You want it to stay in existence. So if not a part of creation, it's an enemy to destruction, which I thought was a beautiful line to say. It's an interesting point at the end that to find out that the Silver Eyes is literally a gift descending from the God of Light. So that's fire to begin with. But number two, something very important, she said, yeah, you said it only reacts around Grim, but it reacted to Cinder. Cinder had the maiden power, the Fall Maiden powers at the time. The Fall Maiden is a descendant of Ozpin and Salem's children. Does that mean there's light within darkness? But we already know there's always light within darkness. On the other side of things, Ruby and crew catch Jean, Nora, and Ren up to what's going on. And Jean has a moment with Oscar that he's just raging, venting, and he's throwing an entire fit. But is he asking the wrong questions? No, he's asking very valid, very good questions. And it's just one of those situations where it's like, it's not Oscar's fault because Osmond's in him, but Osmond is hiding and running right now. And it's just a tough situation to be in. Operation Get the Atlas is not going so well so far right now. They tried. They talked to the people at Argus. They talked to the military installment. Maria had a little bit of beef with the commander there, but everybody there just seems to be like, we are holier and better than thou. You are lucky to be graced with their presence. No, you can't go to Atlas. Goodbye. It's a very final feeling tone that, yeah, the military is not going to help them. So now it's time to go to the black market and figure out how we're about to sneak in the Atlas. Moving forward, this story, it's intense. It's tough. There's a lot of gems being dropped right now. I want to know why Ruby's eyes reacted to Cinder. I want to see how they're going to get around this, and yeah, I'm here for it. With that being said, if you made it this far and you haven't already, go ahead and drop a sub on the channel, drop a like on the video. We churn out 3 reactions a week, so make sure you hit the bell for post notifications. If you want to catch me live, I'm live on Twitch every Monday and Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern. Check the description for the Twitch link, and of course the Patreon link, where you find uncut, unreleased anime and RWBY reactions. I'm your man behind the cam, and as always, stay nasty, y'all.
You nasty.